Well, Randy, earlier this evening, this parking lot here in St. Paul was packed with parents and teachers who say the last thing they want to see is an increase in COVID-19 cases, ultimately forcing their schools to have to close all over again. Car horns blaring, headlights flashing, and signs waving.
Hello, St. Paul!
Dozens of teachers, staff, and parents with St. Paul Public Schools
Want to just follow them down that way and they'll get you parked.
came together in a unique way, backing one message to state and district leaders.
We are asking that all educators have the opportunity to have the full course of the vaccination.
Their push comes just weeks after Governor Tim Walz's announcement to allow elementary schools to return to in-person learning if they so choose, leaving the decision solely in the hands of each district.
There's no specific guidance statewide, right? So it feels like everybody's left up to their own. And so for that reason, there's no consistent measures about how do we go forward.
The Department of Education has outlined specific guidelines for districts to reopen in accordance with the state's Safe Learning Plan. St. Paul plans to bring elementary students through 5th grade back to class February 1st. But for those at the rally,
this is not a hypothetical. People will get sick.
The risks outweigh the benefits of a return at that point, at least right now.
I feel like we should be putting our energy right now into making distance learning as good as it can be.
As an emergency room nurse, it's not safe yet. They need to be vaccinated so that way they can come back safely.
A statement from St. Paul Public Schools says their reopening plan aligns with the state's guidelines and can be modified at any time if needed.
I believe that going back to school without a plan and under the current timeline that we have from the district is treating our families' health as unimportant. Now, February 8th is when Minneapolis Public Schools plans to bring back their elementary school students, with teachers and staff returning on February 1st. They introduced a two-phase approach to reopening at their meeting this evening, and they plan to vote to approve that plan next Tuesday. Back to you.